Okay, go ahead.
Wait, so I read text feature?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Text features can help the reader understand information in any reading topic. Make peace with glossaries
Mm-hmm.
and charts as you learn to use these text features to find and record information. Hippo will make
A hippie hippo.
a hippie hippo
Mm-hmm.
will make learning to observe and measure matters seem a little bit groovy for all I
Ages.
Ages. Peace out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, well, we got another slide. It's coming up. So it says, today you will learn about matter and play word games to learn vocabulary about how to measure and observe matter. A hippie hippo will appear on the pages of this lesson to make the topic of matter seem a little more groovy. So that's the hippie hippo right there. But our hippie hippo is not real. Warning, watch the video on the next page and you will see how real hippos are, not so peaceful and lovable in the wild. All right, here comes the video. Let me know how it plays for you. Here it comes.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. That wasn't it. Yeah, go back to the video. Here it is.
So it said.
Can you see this video?
Powerful territorial can be really aggressive. We're really not sure what would happen if we tried crossing a hippo. But there's only one way to find out.
Wait a minute, you guys aren't seriously going to try crossing that, are you?
An experiment to find out for ourselves how hippos will react to intruders in their territory. The Crack Brothers scientific experiment. If we can just slip by them in this inflatable raft.
Just slip by them? You ask me? They're crazy if they think they can just cross that river.
Who said we were?
What do you mean?
And now, test the waters for us.
Huh?
The hippo.
What's wrong?
It's froze.
The screen is broke?
It's froze.
Oh, it's froze?
Yeah.
You want to sign out and sign back in?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. I'll stay right there.
Okay.
Okay.
So you go first, and then you win.
Hey.
Okay, now I can.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to go back to here. Can you see the video?
Huh?
Can you see the video? Can you see the video?
Hippo test dummy.
Huh?
Can you see the video?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to continue playing it.
Everyone needs their space, right? So this experiment could show us how important it is not to invade an animal's space, especially a hippo's space. You ready, buddy?
You ask me, that guy's a real dummy to even try it.
And now, the moment of truth. Will the hippo test dummy make it safely across the river? You ready, Chris? I'm ready. You ready? Ready. You ready? Okay. Good luck! Hang on tight! Ken makes this. He's headed straight for the stratosphere. As far as hypnotist dummies are concerned. Oh no, Ken's toast. But it wasn't us.
All right, so now we can read this one.
There is a hippo.
Uh-huh.
That's a hippo.
Yep, that's a hippo. All right, so let's learn more. Select the hippo next to the reading level that will challenge you to learn more. So we'll select this one. So read the text. When you have finished, click continue.
Huh?
I'm about to read this. Can you read this?
What did you say?
Can you read this for me? Malia, can you read the words? Can you read the words?
Wait. Huh?
Can you read the words?
The first one?
Yeah.
Okay. You have you have heard of solids,
Good job. Yep, solids.
liquids, and gas. You even know that they are called matter. But what is matter? If you were asked what is chair made of, you might say wood, metal, or plastic. Did you know that all of those were matter? In fact, almost everything that you see is touch. It is matter. Matter can be living like you, and your little sister, or matter can be non-living like plastic and metal.
Good job. Matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. Well, You get the takes up space part. Your little sister takes up space, sometimes too much of your space. But what is mass? Mass is the amount of material or matter an object has in it. How do you measure mass? You asked. Good question. A balanced scale is often used. Put a marble on one side and a bouncy ball on the other side. Which one has more mass? Yep, the marble. What about a rock and a marshmallow? No contest, the rock wins. We could go on with this contest all day, but we need to keep moving. There is more to learn. Matter has properties that we can observe. Mass is one of the Mass is one of the properties. You can describe properties of mass by color, size, shape, and texture. In your rock collection, you have rocks of many different colors. The rocks are different sizes. The shapes are all different too. Yes, the fish-shaped one is your favorite. You have some smooth rocks and some bumpy rocks. You have some with sharp edges. Ouch! Now you need a band-aid. Mass and weight are closely related. Some people get them mixed up, but not you. You are too smart to get them confused. You know that weight is a measurement of the force of gravity on an object. Gravity pulls us down to the ground, otherwise we would be floating. If that seems fun, then you need to become an astronaut. Then you can go to the moon where there is less gravity. You measure weight by using a scale. You can use a springy scale or the bathroom scale. So when you weigh yourself, you are really getting a gravity report. So, Mr. Astronaut, your mass will be the same on the moon as it is on the Earth, but your weight will be very different. Finally, let's get to volume. Volume is the amount of space an object takes up. When you and your sister both try to sit on the same chair, it doesn't work so well. You both take up space. If there isn't enough room, then one of you feels the force of gravity as you fall off. Two objects that are the same size will have the same volume. Okay, let's talk about liquids instead of solids. You want to measure the volume of your milk. Please don't pour it on the bathroom scale. Yuck. You might get into a little bit of trouble for that. Scientists measure the volume of liquid with a graduated cylinder or beaker. Your mom uses a measuring cup. So now you know a lot about matter. So what's the matter with you? You're sad, aren't you? Because you have finished your lesson for today. So did you learn the difference? You learned something about matter and volume and weight? Malia, can you hear me?
Yes.
Did you learn something?
Huh?
I said, did you learn anything? Did you understand what we were saying?
What did you say?
Did you hear what the difference what matter was? What matter was? Were you able to listen to it? Can you hear me? Malia.
Yes.
Can you hear me? You can hear me or you can't hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
I can't. When you was reading, I could hear.
You could?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, highlight it. Touch the highlight it button and below the level you just read. So there's a highlight button and you can highlight wherever you read. Highlight the words that tell the main ideas the author wants the reader to know about matter. So in this paragraph, you're going to highlight about what the reader wants you to know about matter, and then you would submit it. So when your mom gets home, you could do this activity. So you have heard of solids, liquids, and gas. Oh, well, this is the same thing that we pretty much read about. So you'll just go through, take the highlight button, and write this. So matter is anything that takes up space. space. Mass is the
Mama.
amount. Huh? So your mom can log into Google Classroom with her Gmail. You can't do it on your Chromebook from Fairview. You hear me?
Okay. So what I do now?
So when your mom gets home, you're going to come onto this Google Classroom and do this activity.
Okay. So when my mom get home, log into Google Classroom.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I press when I go to Google Classroom.
Then you're going to go, so you'll be on this page when you go to Google Classroom. It'll look like this. So then you go to this one right here where it says Peace, Love, and Matter. You click on that. Go to Instructions. And then click right here on PBS Learning Media. You click right there.
And I work on that.
And then it'll pop up. Hold on. What you watching? Stay on student view.
Then where do I go?
I'm showing you. Hold on. And stay on student view, and then this will pop up, and you click launch.
So when I log into Google Classroom, I go to that, then
you click on this.
Is it on it? Do I have to log? So it's on my Fairview too?
No, it's not on your Fairview one.
Okay, so I gotta hook it up.
Yeah, it's a different Google Classroom. It had to use your mom's Gmail account to do it. So she's in here. You're on here. See, look, she logged you in and everything. It's under her name though, under Sharice Crowder.
So when she get here, can I call you on this?
Yeah, yep, you can call me if you need help with it.
Okay. Yeah.
Think you're gonna need help with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I might call you on my mom's phone probably, so I can hear you better.
Okay. Are you having trouble hearing me right now?
Huh?
Are you having trouble hearing me right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I go to that, when I use my mom's email and I get in there, then I work on that. And then, I'm gonna call you, and then I'm gonna work on that.
Okay. Sounds good. And then when you're done, you just submit this. Like that. All right. So most nonfiction books have a glossary. A glossary lists important words in the book in alphabetical order and gives the meaning of the words. Here is a glossary of some important words in a book about matter. So we have atoms, density, gas, liquid, mass, matter, physical property, solid, volume, and weight. Atoms. Atoms are the small, invisible particles that make up matter. Density. Density is the property of matter that compares the amount of matter to the space it takes up. Gas is a state of matter that takes the shape and volume of its container. Liquid is a state of matter that has a definite volume but takes the shape of its container. Mass, how much matter is in an object. Matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. Physical properties are the attributes that can be observed and measured. Solid, a state of matter that has a definite shape or volume. Volume, the amount of space an object takes up. And then weight, a measure of the force of gravity on an object. So here are two main glossary examples. This is another glossary from a book about matter. It has no pictures, only words. And then this one is a glossary from a book about matter. It has both pictures and words. So in this glossary, one of the words are investigate, to gather information, observe, to see, hear, touch, taste, or smell. Observations are what you see, hear, touch, taste, or smell, what you sense about something. Record is to write or draw. Physical properties are attributes that can be observed and measured. And then these are the scientific tools that you can use. You can use a balance, which is a tool used to measure mass. A beaker, which is a container used to measure the volume of liquid. This is a graduated cylinder, which is a tool used to measure the volume of liquid. You have a ruler, you already know how to use a ruler. And then a scale is used to measure weight. So review it. Here is a word diagram with all kinds of words about matter. Find the words for tools that are used to measure matter. So here they were. Let me see. There was a ruler. I know that was one of them. Liquid. No, measuring matter. So ruler, balance, beaker, graduated cylinder. And did I miss one? That's it. So you gotta touch and visualize to begin.
So let's say ruler.
Mm-hmm.
So tools for measurement.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I gotta unsubmit because I did this yesterday. Okay, so you gotta touch and visualize it to begin. So you're gonna click right here. And you're gonna circle the words that are tools used to measure matter. So we have ruler, beaker, graduated cylinders, one. Balance was one. Mm-hmm.
Balance.
Mm-hmm.
So ruler, balance, baker,
Graduated cylinder. Mm-hmm.
Scale.
Yep. And then you're gonna click submit when you do that.
So ruler, balance, baker, graduated cylinder is scale.
Yep. Good job.
What? Uh-huh.
Yes, we did.
And then after that,
you're going to click on next, the next page. So it says, watch this video and learn about the importance of good measuring and how not to make a cake. So we're going to start the video. It wants to load up. Here we go.
Thanks so much for helping me out, Kelly. That's what friends are for. When the network sees this audition tape, there's no doubt they'll want me to be the host of their new cooking show. Make sure the footage makes me look really great. You know, gorgeous, talented, appealing. I'll get whatever you give. Good morning! Today I'm going to show you how to make a yellow sponge cake. That'll be the highlight of any birthday party. It's been in my family for generations. Not only is it delicious, it's foolproof. Move on. The recipe calls for 12 egg yolks. 11. First, add 2 cups of sugar. Your measurement is off. Next, 2 cups of flour. You're adding too much flour. Our next ingredient requires the use of a teaspoon, which I don't have. Oh, but I do have a quarter teaspoon. To add 2 teaspoons of baking powder, I need to fill the quarter teaspoon 8 times. While I'm doing this, I should just tell you a little bit about myself. I have a dog named Mojo, and my hobbies include biking, horseback riding, running, and camping. Are you keeping track of how much baking powder you're adding? I counted 12 quarter teaspoons. No more comments! Your job is to keep the camera rolling. And finally, a half a cup of water. In 30 minutes, my heavenly creation will be baked. The aroma is intoxicating. If only this were smell-o-vision. Oh no! This is impossible! I wanted to make a birthday cake, not a pancake! Now my chances for hosting the show are ruined! Your oven must be broken, Kelly! And why are you taping me now? You told me my job was to keep the camera rolling. My oven's not the problem. I'll show you. Before we started taping, you didn't get out the measuring tools you needed. You used a coffee cup instead of a measuring cup, and then you overfilled it. Then you lost count when you were adding the baking powder with a quarter teaspoon. So, when you follow a recipe, adding too much or too little of anything will affect the result. Either too sweet or too dry, or in this case, too flat. Your oven must be broken, Kelly! Oh, Kelly, I'm so sorry. I know you were stressed because you wanted the tape to be great. I'll redo it with you. Why don't I take you to lunch instead? Okay, as long as someone else is doing the cooking. No problem.
Did you get to see it, Malia?
huh?
Did you see the video?
Yeah.
Okay.
And something was ruined.
Yeah, she didn't follow the recipe.
Yeah.
Can you read this for me?
Yes. Wait, what? Which one?
Okay, start right here where it says talk about it.
Where it say talk about it?
Mm-hmm.
Scientists use many tools to measure the properties of matter. Each tool has a special purpose. Here are descriptions and names of the tools you've learned today.
Okay. And this word is purpose, okay?
A tool used to measure mass. Balance.
Mm-hmm.
Roller. A tool used to measure the width.
Mm-hmm.
Graduated cylinder. A tool used to measure the valve of a liquid. Scale. A tool used to measure weight.
Mm-hmm.
Beaker.
Mm-hmm.
A
Container.
used to measure the value
Mm-hmm.
of.
Good job. So, let's see if you can remember the details about the tools, okay? So we're going to visualize it. Let's go. Match the task to the tool you would need to accomplish your task. So, let's see. If we wanted to measure the length of a bird feather, which one will we use?
What you say?
If we wanted to measure the length of a bird feather, which tool will we use? The ruler, the graduated cylinder, beaker, scale? Let's see. Let's go with this.
Measure. So when my mama gets home, I open my computer, I call you, and she put the email.
Mm-hmm.
Then I do this.
Yep, you gotta do these activities. Yep. Okay, so then it says, look around your house for matter. Write 10 items found in your house and think of the tools you would use to measure them. All of the objects you listed may seem very different, but they are actually all similar in one way. Everything on your list is matter. Remember, matter has mass and has the volume, takes up space. Did you know that all matter is made up of tiny particles called atoms? Everything on your list is made of atoms. So you're going to come up with 5 items. You find 5 items and your mom can find 5 items, okay?
How do you measure a... What is that called? A hippo or hip?
A hippopotamus. And then you're going to list the 10 items you found in your house and the tools you would use to measure them. I'm going to finish through the rest of this real quick. Let's listen to this.
About hippos. Hippo is short for hippopotamus, one of the largest, noisiest, and most aggressive animals on Earth. Their big name comes from the Greek language, and it means water horse or river horse, even though hippos are not at all related to horses. There are 2 plural words for hippopotamus: hippopotamuses and hippopotami. Both are correct. Hippos inhabit swamps and rivers in sub-Saharan Africa. They must keep their special skin from drying out in the hot sun. Hippos are too massive to float or swim, but hippos love waddling. But don't let that waddling fool you. A hippo isn't as slow as it looks. Hippos can run faster than humans through water and can run up to nearly 20 miles per hour on land. Hippos are aggressive animals and have been known to fight one another for territory. They can also roar as loudly as a lion. Meet the hippo. Well, hello there, friend. Peace and love. Welcome to my side of the river. Some people say I'm a hippie, but why use labels? We're all one, I always say. You, me, the plants, the stars, we're just matter. What matters? Peace, love, and hippos. Now, most of my hippo friends aren't like me. They'll fight over whose land is whose, and they'll get angry if they think you're intruding. Really angry. But me, I like to go with the flow. Why don't you come with me and we'll go for a swim? We'll just go rolling on the river for a while. It'll be groovy.
Okay, we have 5 more slides. Says, way to go. Now you know everything is matter, and that is why it matter. Why matter matters. Is that good? 82. So reach for more fun things to do chosen just for you. So you can teach your little brother or sister about matter. And this is just a video. You don't have to worry about that. Let's see what next.
Do I watch the video?
Yeah, if you want to teach your little sister about some moving particles, and you can watch it. These are more videos about from Wild Kratts. It's talking about hippos. So it's just extra information about hippos that we read. That we looked at. And these are some books that you could read.
Huh?
Those are some books that you could read if you want. That's it. Okay. So let me get back on Zoom.
Huh?
Can you still see me? Okay. So do you have any questions about the about what you're supposed to do? Do you have any questions, Malia?